What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video, as you can see in the title, is about the North and Southern Hemisphere of rugby. Which one has pretty much taken control as we lead up to this Rugby World Cup, which is less than 50 days away. I mean, it's fast approaching. We saw Six Nations at the start of the year, Wales dominating on a 14-match winning streak. We're witnessing a very competitive rugby championship. Obviously, teams have been focusing on playing second and your or your A and your B side just to test them out. And we've seen some really competitive matches. I mean, South Africa have really shown improvement and pretty much have a chance to win this weekend. We've seen New Zealand also have their moments of frights, if we can say, but again, still got a dominant team and were competitive with South Africa. They were weak in first half, second half they were brilliant. I mean, Australia didn't have a great game at all against South Africa, missed opportunities, but then they cleaned things up a bit in what it wasn't a pretty win, but it was a win and an important win that they needed against Argentina. And as for Argentina, I mean, there were a lot of things running on Argentina, big hopes, big expectations after witnessing quite a competitive Super Rugby campaign, and they just haven't clicked just yet in this rugby championship. They've got a big game against South Africa. New Zealand was a solid performance, but a lot of mistakes, a lot of errors. They had an opportunity to win it, they didn't. So there's a lot that need to work on. Scrums being the big, all-important one as they progress forward. But they've got a big game against South Africa, so they're going to need to really bounce back and show improvement. Otherwise, it's going to be a tough one for them. And we could see them wooden spoon yet again. But who knows? Anything can happen. We've seen some shocks in this tournament, and there's a lot to on the line really for this one. But back on the North, I mean, we've really seen an improvement, and the Rugby World rankings tell us that. I mean, you've got New Zealand at the top, but you've got Wales who are just behind, followed by Ireland, then South Africa, then England, and then Australia, Scotland, so forth, so forth. So it's very much in the top five is definitely dominated by the North. I mean, you've got only your two Southern Hemisphere teams, so we've seen a lot of improvement, and for that I give them credit. They've come a long way as to where they were in the past. I mean, we've seen some quality rugby. I mean, last year Ireland were the force to be reckoned with. This year it's Wales. England are on the mend. Scotland are always a dark horse that you can never take lightly. And so it's making this tournament very interesting as we build up and get ahead towards this Rugby World Cup. So it's very much even Stevens. But then we go back to, obviously we see the North dominating the rankings, but then we look at the history of the Rugby World Cup, where we pretty much witnessed the domination from the South. I mean, England last had the Rugby World Cup in 2003, and the only team to have it. Other than that, it's been dominated by Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. So there's a big improvement there, needed big improvement from the North. They'll definitely be dying to get someone as new champions. I mean, people are talking about Wales, people are talking about England. You can't forget about Ireland. So there's definitely those top three who have the potential to win the Rugby World Cup. And again, don't forget about France and Scotland. I mean, they're dark horses. Anything can happen. France has been in the final before. They're well known for playing New Zealand, so we really can't count out France. And then South Africa, your top three are definitely New Zealand, number one, South Africa, Australia, are your top teams, and the teams that won the World Cup. So it just makes it very interesting. Your top three teams against each other, which could play it up. I mean, South Africa or New Zealand could meet Ireland in a quarter final. I mean, Ireland has the potential to win, but then they got that bloody curse of not being able to get past. So a lot on the line and a lot of expectation for this. So does the Southern Hemisphere dominate? Pretty much still, but I think going into this World Cup we have to look at it differently, and I think it's pretty much square, if I can say, with North pretty much having an advantage over us because just more teams are in the top. I mean, we've only got 4 nations, they've got 6 nations, but compare their 4 to our 4, I mean, obviously they are the top. I mean, you've got Wales and Ireland who are looking good. You've got England, who are progressing and getting better. You've got quality coach of Eddie Jones, can't keep out. And then you've got Scotland, who would be next up. France are terribly low. I'd expect them to be up as they progress, but obviously they've been going through a tough time of development and getting things into gear. So again, a World Cup can tell us one thing, world rankings can tell us another, championship wins can tell you one thing, but at the end of the day, whoever wants this World Cup more is going to be the dominant force. Whichever Southern Hemisphere team produces the results this weekend and the upcoming weekends until the World Cup, that pretty much will tell us too. East and West, I mean, we've got teams there, but you pretty much have dominance of North and South of rugby. So I'm pretty much excited to see what's going to happen this weekend as the North starts playing. I mean, you've got England and Wales, which is going to be epic. You've got Ireland taking on Italy and a few other fixtures in the Pacific. So there's a lot of rugby, and then obviously Rugby Championships back. So maybe then we can start picking out ideas of how these results go and who we'll be watching. Definitely England versus Wales is the game of the weekend from the north, and then you've got, I mean, the Bledisloe, it's massive. South Africa, Argentina. This is great rugby this weekend, so I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. I think it's pretty much on the same wicket, but I think the North are ahead just because they've got more teams that are in the rankings, and I'm solely going on rankings. But at the end of the day, whoever's the best will win the Rugby World Cup, and that we will see soon. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you are new, because there's a lot of videos coming this week. So don't go anywhere. So many videos, predictions. I'm covering the big ones, so don't go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button, and I promise you won't regret it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.